Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and this is 20th or maybe 22nd episode of my ACCA podcast, and I hope you are enjoying this particular series. Today I am with very special guest Palak Rana. You must have seen her presence, everywhere in YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. She is everywhere and she's coming on my channel for the very first time. So, first of all, Palak, I welcome you on my channel and thank you so much to, agree upon this particular podcast. So, let's introduce you to our viewer. Could you please take a moment and introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, thank you, Ruchi. Thank you for having me on your platform. I used to watch your podcast and they are very amazing, and it's my honor to be on your channel. And thank you for the users for loving Ruchi. She's doing an amazing job. And please follow her and follow me also
Yeah.
on social media. So, guys, myself Palak Rana, I hope you know me. And in case you don't know me, you can follow my LinkedIn profile and follow my YouTube page. The link might be available on Ruchi's page. So, guys, I am an ACCA member and I am teaching ACCA as well as CA from past 3 to 4 years.
Oh,
Apart from that, I have been working with Indian as well as UK based clients from a past couple of 4 to 5 years.
oh,
And I was from CA background, so that's why I have experience in Indian banking or auditing profiles.
oh, that.
So, guys, apart from being ACCA tutor, I am also ACCA tutor. I'm an ACCA advocate, so I guide people, I mentor them, and in my journey, I have helped more than 50 to 60 students in securing their jobs.
That's super amazing. Actually, you are the first advocate that I am, having on my channel and I'm meeting personally on this particular platform as well. So, first of all, thanks to social media that we all are, so much connected.
Yeah,
There is no stiff competition between the ACC influencers. We are more of
yeah,
sharing our journey, more of helping
right,
everyone out. I didn't see anyone, competing with another. We are always having each other on our
right.
channel, gaining each other's knowledge. So that's amazing. And which subject do you teach, if I may ask, if my viewers want?
Uh, See, there are multiple subjects. Actually, I'm from North India, and I guess you are also from North India, but
Yeah.
I'm from Punjab. So
Okay.
people are not much aware about ACCA here, and I have face-to-face center over here also. So
Okay.
due to that, I am the only ACCA tutor in my city, and I was the first ACCA.
Oh,
So due
nice.
to that,
Yeah.
I'm teaching multiple subjects, and now with various universities, various colleges, I'm taking their assignments on a contractual basis or freelances basis.
Mm-hmm.
So talking about subjects in professional level, SBL, APM, AAA,
Okay.
and in skill level, I teach AA, PM,
Okay.
and FR.
Okay, okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. Actually, you are being multitasker on a one-hour army in Punjab, if I may, quote it in a very simple language to you.
Yeah,
That's amazing. You are doing very, nice initiative in your city because honestly, I have not seen many students in my batches too coming from the Punjab. They're mostly from
right.
Delhi side or Mumbai side or mainly
Yeah,
South part. But yeah, that's amazing if, one more city gets people like you and getting influenced by. So if I may ask,
yeah.
when did you start your ACCA journey? What was your motivation that pushed you towards ACCA and not, any other degree?
See, I was CA background student. I had done my CA inter, and that's cleared. But when I was preparing for finals, so I just get to know from one of my friends that there is something like ACCA, and I guess that was our first, batch of ACCA at that time. We
Okay.
were not having any classes, in Punjab, you can't expect anything at that time also. It was back 2018 or end of 2018, I guess.
Mhm.
So there was no class availability, no resources, and people were not aware about ACCA. If we find any classes, they were so expensive that you think that, we knew that the curriculum of ACCA is comparatively costlier than chartered accountants in India.
Right.
So I choose to go for, self study at that time.
Wow.
And I skipped my final examinations. I never attempted my CA finals. So I thought, at that time I had in mind that yes, let's do some international degree, because everyone in Punjab is, moving to abroad. It's a trend that that I should say, chalo Canada chale. It's
Huh.
like that. So, at that time, I thought that it's a multinational degree that which give me wings to move anywhere across the globe.
Right.
So why to go there and wash utensil and these kind of thing? I thought to, get some hand-on degree which will help
Right.
me to get easy job in case I want to move to another country. So
Yeah.
that's why I switched to ACCA.
That's amazing. You have literally set up the example because today only I have done another podcast where we cover the topic CA students ship from CA to ACCA degree. So again, you are one of those example where people have
Yeah.
shifted from CA to ACCA. Now, seeing your situation, I feel your financial, of course, the expensive, the rare, situations might be the biggest challenges in your journey, the lack of awareness, especially when it comes to your city. What challenges
Yeah.
you face?
See, the biggest challenge was the lack of awareness. I didn't find anyone who was aware about ACCA till now. Now, if even if I am qualified, I just have to introduce my, my relatives, which are not very close to me, but is second
Right.
or third relatives. So
Hmm.
I have to tell them, okay, it's a UK based body, and I have to tell them that yeah, they even can't
Yeah.
understand, even though their children are educated, they are masters, they are, MTech, but still I have to explain them.
Right.
So that was the challenge back then, to, first of all convince my parents about
Of
ACCA.
course.
So the biggest challenge, because, converting CA to ACCA, that was a biggest challenge. And,
Right.
my family was not educated.
Hmm.
I was the only one that was a businessman family, and that was a challenge for them and me to introduce myself into new degree.
You degree.
And that was not more about financial, but I found few classes which were about, I don't want to mention any classes over here and
Of
say
course.
negative to anything, but yes, they were about 40 to 45,000, 50,000 per subject. So that was way too high.
Of
And
course.
that's why, but yeah, being a CA student, I was able to manage that I can study by my own. And that was in my habit, that when I was preparing, and I will let you know that I was topper of accounts in IPCC all
Okay.
over India.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah, I secured 96 marks in advanced accounting. So I
Wow.
had that confidence in my self that, yeah, I can do it by my own. And I used to teach my friends at that time
Wow.
while studying. So I thought that, yeah, I can manage it by my own. But yeah, it was a bit different because of, international standards.
Of course.
Uh, some things bit different, but yeah, that was manageable.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I am very happy that you overcame your each and every challenge that you faced in your ACCA journey. And today you are an ACCA member. So, of course, when you introduce yourself as an ACCA member, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot
Yeah.
of recognition. So, literally, I'm left with 23 months more. So, I'll be like, I have to do it quickly. So yeah, now let's move on to the first segment of this particular video. We will be dividing this, video in two segments. First, we will be discussing
Okay.
about the do's of ACCA, and secondly, we can discuss about the don'ts, right?
Okay.
Now let's
Yeah.
discuss about the do's of ACCA. So what are I cannot, list down each and every do's, of course, but we can restrict ourselves to three do's of ACCA and three don'ts. So if I may ask you, what are the three top do's of every ACCA student that a student, be it from knowledge, skill, or profession level, cannot skip this? Because I am thinking that every student of ACCA will watch this, no
Yeah.
matter at what level, right? So we'll
Yeah.
making the answers in such a manner that it helps each and every category. So let's move on to you. What would be the three do's that you would, shout out to every ACCA student? Guys, please do this. So what would be those?
See, considering my own journey, or in case of any other ACCA student or qualified, if I have seen the trend over my students also,
Right.
never ignore the resources by ACCA.
Right.
Because I was a student, self-study student, and I know the contribution of ACCA resources in my journey. you know uh, um I have all the friends till now which are from the ACCA background, just from the social media, because in Punjab, I already told you, you can't expect any ACCA student.
Hmm.
So we used to study the resources by ACCA, especially me, because I was from the CA background, they were not, and I never skipped any single technical article.
Okay.
Any single technical article on ACC website. Especially, I remember that AAA technical articles.
Right.
I had them at present now, and I have even printed them out.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I never miss the resources by ACCA. Now we have the opportunity that
study
ACCA
hub.
have provided us, ACCA Study Hub.
Yeah.
At that time, that was not available. ACCA Practice Platform, that was not available. I
Okay.
used to frame test for my own self. I
Okay.
used to use the stopwatch for me. And now ACCA has done these things for us. And trust me,
Right.
being a part of CA Institute, I respect that institute, but no other institute have done
Hmm. Right.
that such
Right.
thing.
So of course,
So
when you are
study
paying, yeah. Sorry to
Study
interrupt.
her technical article, examiner report. I used
Hmm.
to, attempt a paper, and then I used to read the examiner report of that specific paper, and then next reattempt it again.
Okay, okay. That's amazing. That's amazing. Especially when you come from the, self-study background, you know the importance of resources. Uh,
Yeah,
because I believe after of 12 subject, I skipped only one for myself. Rest I did all through coaching. So obviously coaching provides you with that comfort that they,
yeah,
sum it up. But
yeah,
being a self-studying student, it takes a lot of courage to utilize each and
yeah,
every resource effectively,
yeah,
and that is the reason you are paying such huge subscription fees. Utilize every
yeah,
resources.
yeah.
So that's amazing. So if I may cross question you, like technical articles, do you think they were of your help in the exam? Like you must have,
Absolutely.
so how did they, help you through the concept explaining or through the examples that
See,
they could?
I was lucky. I was lucky in SBR paper. I remember my SBR paper, and you can't imagine. And even if I tell any of my student right now, they think that can't happen. The similar technical article that came into my exam for around 15 marks
Oh my,
without figure. Some figures were almost similar.
oh my God.
I was that lucky. I was seriously lucky, and back then I remember, and after SBR, every paper I just followed. I have to travel to Chandigarh
Hmm.
for my examination at that time. So during my journey of 2 hour journey, I had my technical articles in my hand, and I used to read each and every technical article,
Yeah.
examiner report during that time.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So let's go to second do since we do not want to exceed it to beyond 30 minutes. Let's,
Yeah.
move it to second do's. What should be the one thing that every student should do?
See, whether it be self-study student, whether it be a student from any coaching institute, first of all, make sure to focus on the study areas,
Hmm.
key areas, right? Student miss key areas, right? Then focus on key topics. Sometimes students focus on lot of resources, and that can create trouble for them. And yes, focus on networking.
Right.
In today's time, networking is the key resource. You and me, take an example. We
Right.
connected through just social media. We have never met to each other. We are talking to each other for the first time.
Exactly.
So networking is important in our field, especially.
Hmm. So you actually, summed up two in a single point. So that's amazing. So first of all, when it comes to the key topics, I would love to highlight office going people. Especially, I remember when I was giving AAA in EY, a friend of me came, dude, you have given effort. Could you please tell us the key topics? We'll do that and we'll sit for the
Yeah,
paper. In ACCA, nothing should be done like this.
yeah,
you never know, a rare topic will come out of, nowhere, and it will show up in your exam if that is your bad.
Right.
So there is,
That happened with us. That happened with us in my APM paper.
okay,
So you know that Minimax Maximax regret was the whole
right,
core area of PM, but not for APM. But
right.
that came into my paper.
That happened with me in AFM. So what happened every time, we study AFM, it's like investment part will come for 50, risk will come for 25. So every student focuses on risk a bit less, of course, because of marks. But I thankfully was very well aware of the risk. It came for 50. So I will like think you can't ignore anything in ACCA. You have
Yeah,
to give equal importance to everything. But of course, office going people has to take out key topics.
yeah, right.
Right. Now, when it comes to networking, of course, networking plays a, huge role. I still remember when I started my podcast journey, it was through networking. Of course, till now,
Yeah,
I'm doing it through networking and I meet a lot of new people. And you never know which one will come to use after, few years.
yeah, right, right,
Yeah, so networking plays a very, very, very important role that is must do for each and every student out there. No matter you are still at knowledge level, you will reach professional level at one
right,
day, right? So you
right.
will be needing one friend to call, please, refer me to this particular job. So yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
So yeah. Now, so that we have covered the do's, let's go to the second segment where we will be covering don'ts,
Okay.
right? So don'ts is something I know people will say in comment section that dude, you are covering very general thing, you are saying very general thing, but these are something that we miss out, right? Even
Yeah,
unintentionally, we miss out as a student, as a
right.
mentor, everybody out there. So let's move on to you. What would be the, three don'ts that you would like to highlight in everybody's journey?
See, the biggest and the most important, overloading. See,
Right.
we knew that it's a time of networking, social media. So that's why we have unlimited resources,
Mm.
right? So various groups, WhatsApp group, Telegram groups, right? And student, focus on the free resources a lot. That yes, ma'am, I have the notes of that particular tutor. I have the notes of that particular
Right.
tutor. I never say that go for me or go for any other tutor. Just follow one or maximum two tutors' advice.
Right.
It's an old saying over here, and I will narrate that in Hindi in case you have some
Fine.
Punjabi or Hindu category. That दो किश्तियों में पैर रखने वाले हमेशा डूबते हैं.
Took there. Right.
Right. So never do that. Don't overload yourself with lot of resources. If one of my student, I don't want to mention her name, she might be watching it later on. A few months back in her paper, she sent me the list, ma'am. ये resources ना मेरी student थी, she was, and she sent me, ma'am, I have received these resources, these important questions from the various groups. I said, do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's your wish. But
Right.
if I am not giving you, that's just because the reason that you have lot to do, you have resources by ACCA. Give priority to those resources rather than jumping to different kind of resources.
Of course.
So don't overload yourself.
That's amazing. That's actually something, that needs to be highlighted. Even if it comes with the, paper choice. I have seen students selecting two papers at a point just because they think their friends are doing. That's why you can also do it. So you don't have to overload one more thing in on your
Right.
shoulder if you are not ready for it. Honestly, when it comes to me, I am a student who wants to enjoy my journey as well as who wants to study. I have seen my friend giving three papers at a time. I will like, dude, you become ACCA member 1 year earlier. I will enjoy my journey. I will do one at a time. So that's
That
decision
happened
on
with
you.
our time also. That
Yeah.
happened with our time also. Even I was the one who, because I was not aware about ACCA at that time, and being a CA student, you have such kind of thing that we can do anything, right?
Right.
So I was comparing the CA and ACCA curriculum, and I filled two examination paper, and apart from that, I was doing my masters.
Oh my
So
God.
I have to cancel both of them. because at the last moment I feel depressed that how it will happen, and examination is
Exactly.
very costly. So that's why. So never do that.
Exactly. In terms of either study resources or papers, don't overload yourself. It will make your
Yeah,
journey difficult unnecessarily, right?
yeah.
So let's move on to the second point. What should be the second don'ts for ACCA students?
Um, that's comparatively linked to do's, because some students ignore key topics. I am not saying that just focus on key topics, but yes, key areas. Like, we knew that ACC is not like, that we knew that this topic is gonna to come 100%, but yes, theory or practical, both are important. What student do is ignore theory area,
Right,
right?
right.
In uh in our ACC curriculum, theory gives us the edge of knowledge. IFRS gives us the edge of knowledge.
Yes,
So, ignoring theory, that means we are ignoring the deep knowledge, and that is gonna to help you in your interview as well. So
yes.
yes, please make it sure that, yeah, some topics we knew that they are definitely gonna to come. See, take the example of audit.
What?
um Procedures is very important area, and that's
Right,
very easy to, and they repetitively come in
right.
examination. So at least focus on those easy marks which are easy to grab.
Right, right, right. Exactly. And also, I would just like to highlight one more point. When it comes to the key topics, I believe they are very important in practical life also. That's why ACCA has mentioned it as a key topic.
Right,
For example, if you become an auditor and you don't know as in double A and a triple A that risk and procedures were important,
right,
then of course you are failing the exams, but you will be failing in real life also because you will not know the audit, how audit is done. So, of course, the key
right.
topic has been made due to reason, due to the application in the practical life as well. So, that is something people don't understand. People just grab it, people just will cramp it, will pass paper. But these key topics have to be understood by heart that if somebody, comes and asks me in sleep also, I am able to answer. So, that's how
Yeah,
you
right.
understand things. Now, let's move on to the third don'ts and we can move on to the final segment.
The third and the most important that usually people do in their daily life also, that is procrastination.
Right.
Being lazy and being delayed, that yes, I will do it tomorrow. That tomorrow is not gonna to come anywhere, right?
Hmm.
So it's also an old saying, kal kare so aaj kar, aaj kare so ab,
Up.
right?
Right.
So do it now. Tomorrow is not gonna to come. I have seen my friends who were part of my journey at that time, and they are not qualified yet.
Yet.
They are not qualified yet. They are doing jobs. They are in very good companies. They are earning lot of money, but their ACCA is not completed yet, because
Right.
they were like, yes, we will do it later on. And that COVID period was the most important period for those students, and they delayed. And some of I knew them personally. They are not yet qualified.
My God, that's something I guess even I have few people in my mind that yes they did it, and today also they sometimes ask me, dude, how did you complete it so
Yeah.
early? We are still stuck here. So procrastination, this you have talked about long term. That was actually very nicely summed up. But if I talk about on day to day thing also, it is very common. Like as a student, you waited till result day, you be like, result आने दो फिर पढ़ेंगे. So
Yes,
उसमें realize
definitely.
होता है कि 1.5 महीना हम already खा चुके हैं. So
Right.
procrastination, it happens on daily, monthly, or yearly basis as well. So what should be the solution according to you of this particular problem, like procrastination? How can one avoid it?
See, I used to avoid these things by making planner,
Hmm.
right? Till now, even if I teach my student, I
Hmm.
have planner for myself that yes, I have to finish their these topics by that particular date, even if I am ill. My student used to say me, ma'am, please kal kar lenge, you are not feeling well. But I have that time span limit that yes, I have to finish that. And I when I was the student, I used to make chart, and my wall was totally filled with those chart that yes, in that particular hours of day, I have to finish this topic.
Yeah.
And because of being a CA student also, that was in my blood. I can say that yeah, yeah, for each and every single hour, I have to, record that this time I am eating, this time I am sleeping. So start making your
Right.
own schedules that yes, you have to follow this, and check on that. Due to some uncertainties, if you are not able to make it, adjust that for a next date or maximum 2 days.
Right.
But please check on yourself. Like we follow that control and test of control in auditing. It's a
Right.
control for yourself, and checking yourself that you have fulfilled that list, to do list. It's your test of control, and do it.
राइट राइट बहुत अच्छा मतलब लिटरली मुझे अपनी एसी से जर्नी याद आ गई जब आपने वो चार्ट्स वाली बात बोली आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर माय फ्रेंड कमिंग इन एंड माय होल वॉल वाज चार्ट माइंड मैप्स बिकॉज आई एम अ पर्सन हु बिलीव्स इन माइंड मैप्स कि अगर एक भी बार
Yeah.
चैप्टर किया तो मैं माइंड मैप बना लेती थी बिकॉज नेक्स्ट टाइम मेरा पूरा चैप्टर 5 मिनट पे होगा तो लिटरली
Yes.
इट्स लाइक डूड तो कौन सा कोर्स कर रही है literally my whole
Yeah.
door was it is actually I don't know it's something that interests me maybe it does not interest boys if I see मैंने देखा है कि
Yeah.
ये सब चीजों में बहुत कम होते हैं द चार्ज द क्रिएटिविटी पता नहीं मतलब मेरे फ्रेंड सर्कल में बहुत कम है आई हैव सीन मोर ऑफ गर्ल्स यूजिंग डिफरेंट हाइलाइटर्स कलर्स
Okay.
बुकमार्क्स सो या डू यू थिंक ऐसा कुछ होता है बिकॉज या
See, in my case, that was not the case because I have male friends, but they used to do that, and they were more creative than me. But yeah, it depends upon person to person. But yes, that's play an important role in our journey.
दैट्स
And I have notes, and till now I am preparing notes for my students. Yes, I have to teach them from these particular notes because we have limited time period. After every quarter we have
right.
next sitting. So start making notes for that. This could be the another solution.
Wow. Actually, I'll be starting my, mentor journey very soon for AA and AAA. So sometimes I feel like how, I will just deliver, lectures, but then I feel that setting deadlines for me and my student would be the foremost target. Like, I will not exceed my deadlines and I will not allow them to exceed their deadlines. So that would be the one major thing that I have set up for myself. Of course, notes, lecture, recordings come secondary,
Yeah.
but deadlines is something that neither I can't miss or nor they. So,
Yeah.
anything you want to add on the list since we have 10 to 15 minutes of our podcast? So, before moving on to final segment,
See, the key topics, important thing,
mm,
make notes and make in your easy go language that you can revise at the last moment.
mm,
I have notes when I was the student, and I have the notes of different categories, right? That these notes I have to study 10 days before the examination. Then
wow,
1 day before the examination, I used to manage just like that, just a crisp note for just 1 day before the examination. I have sheets
mm,
for formulas also. So till then I have those notes available. I knew that I will become tutor because that was linked with me, because there was no tutor available here, and I have that thing in my mind because now I am facing this thing. In future no one will have to face this thing.
mm.
So
That's
so I was prepared at that time. So make notes, revise your topics, never ignore mock test. At
right.
least 3 mock tests, that is the bare minimum for me. I was more mad at that time. I used to give 5 mock tests to me. So but yeah, three
Right.
mocks minimum.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Actually, I believe in like taking two works. Obviously, this is personal opinion and this may differ for every student out there. What I
Yeah.
believe you do first mock, you know your mistakes, you get it evaluated, and in second mock, you obviously implement those suggestions. Because without implementation, of course, there is no use of first mock. So yeah,
Right, right.
if you have enough time, go
So
with third.
yeah, yeah, means it's my policy for three, because it depends person to person, student to
Ah,
student,
yeah.
so it's three.
Of course. Now that we have 10 minutes, let's move on to the last segment. These are few questions that I ask to every podcast person that comes onto my channel, right? So, be it from 20 episode, I have been asking same question. So, my viewers might go mad, but okay. So my question to you is, where do you see ACCA in next 5 years? Like, where do you see it in the growing stage, in a stage where it has reached extreme, or where the new courses are coming up? Where do you see ACCA as a professional course in your city and in India as well?
See, it's true that everything has a peak level, but our profession is something that is the demand, and that is not gonna to end, because now people are earning more, people are working more, so they need accountants more. So that's why their demand is not gonna to end. And people used to say me that yes, that this you are teaching, and my own family members, that you are teaching,
Right,
what's gonna to happen, you are tutor, and people will get bored of teaching kind of thing, or studying ACCA. So
right,
but the thing is that we are accountants, we
hmm,
are the need of time.
right,
So in coming 5 years, that is, it's gonna to be hit. And it's my, not my personal opinion, but it's it's my promise. I can say that it's my promise, and I'm telling in the social media, just because I knew that when I started my CA journey until now, accountants demand is increasingly. We are in the global market.
right.
So considering the demand of global market, we are on the top.
Wow. So every student who have chosen ACCA should be happy, should be thankful that yes, I made the correct decision for myself and I have a good future ahead. So that is the reason, I ask, because as a student, you sometimes doubt your decision as to whether I have taken the correct course or should I have, chosen something else, just like my friends did. So that's the confidence that I give to my viewers, that they have done the correct thing coming on to this particular course. So you correctly mentioned, of course, we are the future of India, of the world.
Yeah.
So we will be in increasing demand always and always. So any suggestion, anything that you would like to end before I end this particular podcast? One piece of advice maybe you can give to everybody, though we have given a lot of advices.
See, results are coming on, and the most important advice. And I recently watched a movie, 12th Fail, and I was very motivated. And not only that movie, I used to follow Sandeep Maheshwari at back time when I was a student. So one thing, the most important thing, be consistent. Don't compare with yourself with any other student. So
Right.
if you are, loving your degree, loving your work, no matter you are, like self-study student or tutor students, just give your 100%. That 100% doesn't mean that you are putting your whole day to that particular study, but yes, give your 100% attention even though you are just studying for 2 hours.
Right, right, right. That's very nicely, mentioned by you. And thank you so much for, summing up everything. So I offer, formally thank you so much, literally for everything, for putting up your efforts. And I see your social media and I follow it very diligently, and I see how you are coming
Thank
up
you.
with different ideas on daily basis. So first of all, kudos to you. Thank you from, ACCA community. And thirdly, thank you so much for coming up and showing on my channel. It was great, great, great honor to talk to you. And of course, I officially, invite you for my second podcast also. And we'll obviously decide everything in detail. But yeah, I would love to have you and see you and talk to you once again over my channel once again in future, of course.
Sure, thanks to you, and it's my honor to be with you. And my main purpose of choosing ACCA and being ACCA tutor was to serve my students. And I have been through that
Mhm.
phase that I was not being guided by anyone. But
Right,
yeah, thankfully, over the period of time, due to this social media kind of thing, I
right.
was guided by some unknown people, and now I want to be the unknown people for other peoples and
Right.
guide them. So
That's amazing.
that's my that's what I can do for others, and for my students as well.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, thank you guys for watching this particular podcast till end. It was amazing that you actually stick to end and you are listening to this particular thankful speech. And I'll see you in the next podcast with super amazing guest once again. Thank you. Keep subscribing and keep commenting your doubts. Bye bye. And don't forget to
Okay.
follow her.
Thank you, guys.